ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ exercise. Oh, sorry, I forgot to send to Prasoona. Okay, let's start. Hemansi, can you start?
Yeah, sure. One more thing I just want to ask. Can you like next to that 125% window is there, right? Like there is next to that there is a button. Yeah, can you click that? Yeah. So yeah, that is much better for me to read. Thank you. Okay. Tattvamasi equation. The teaching Upadesha is reduced to one sentence. Tattvamasi. You are that. It is an equation. On the one side of the equation, that stands for the one non-dual Vastu, Ishvara, the cause of this entire Jagat. Ishvara means Saguna Brahma, the Lord. On the other side of the equation is the individual referred by the word Tvam, you. There is an equation between Tat, Ishvara, and Tvam, you. In general, an equation is possibility and a necessity only when there is identity between two sides. The possibility is that there is identity. Both sides are one. The necessity the necessity is caused by an apparent difference. For instance, you cannot say 10 is equal to 10. That is not an equation. Even if the look of it 10 equals 10 shows it is the same. A child will find that out. Suppose you place 6 plus 4 on one side and 19 minus 9 on the other side. it is difficult for a child to see the non-difference. One side is plus, the other side is minus, and the numbers differ in both sides. Yet, there is identity between the two. You have to make the child see the non-difference. There is the difference, but the result is the same. When there is an apparent difference, there is a necessity for an equation, particularly when the difference is taken to be real. It may be there, but it has to be discovered, understood. This is what we call gnanam, knowledge. When you say self-knowledge, the self is to be discovered as non-separate from Ishvara, the cause of the entire creation. That is the tall order. The individual is limited in terms of knowledge, skill, power, money, in fact, of everything. Whereas the Lord is one who is all knowledge, with limitless power, limitless glories, and limitless wealth, limitless in terms of everything. There is an obvious difference. How can an individual be the limitless Ishvara? If the difference is, you have to scroll down, please. Yeah, thank you. Okay, slightly up, I guess. Okay, thank you. Yeah. If the difference is confirmed after the study of Vedanta Shastra, then what is the use of that study? Before the study of Vedanta, you are limited. After the study, the conclusion is I am separate from Ishvara and from everything else. What is the use? This is already a known fact. You do not require an equation if the non difference is obvious. If the difference is true, there cannot be an if the difference is true, there cannot be an equation. We need an equation only when the non difference is the reality, but it is not obvious. We need therefore to analyze both sides. Let us take example of a wave and the ocean. There is a wave, there is a wave side, and there is an ocean side. The wave and the ocean are equated. When you analyze that a wave is the when you analyze what a wave is, the, the middle of the wave, the top of the wave, and the whole wave is water. Water is water, H2O. But water is not wave, whereas the wave is water. This is the truth of one side of the equation. The process of inquiry is called vichara. Yet there is let us look at the truth of the other side, the ocean. What is an ocean? The top, the middle, or any part of the ocean is but water. Ocean is water, but water is not ocean alone. If water is ocean, then your own tears will drown you. The wave is water, but water is not wave alone. There is a difference between a wave and the ocean. One is an individual wave with nam rupa, name and form. The other is ocean with other is the ocean total namarupa. One is the individual vesti, the other is total samasti. The individual is not the total. If you stop here, you do not get anywhere. You need to go beyond that. The oceanness is mithya. It is not the intrinsic attribute of water. The waveness is mithya. It is not the intrinsic attribute of the water. Therefore, water is satyam. The truth of the individual wave and the truth of the ocean is water. The wave was taught and got enlightened. I am the ocean. What does it mean? It means that I am water. I am a wave from the standpoint of my Namarupa, name and form. From the standpoint of total, the wave can say I am the ocean. There is nothing wrong because ocean is also water. So I am that water which is also the ocean. I am the water that is also truth of every other wave. In the wave has to understand this equation. Once it has understood it, the wave is liberated. It is free. What makes the equation possible is our understanding of Satyam and Mithya. The difference is Mithya is neither untrue or nor non-existent. It is not false and it is not Satyam either. Mithya is apparent, in between, just as in example of chain and gold. Uh, sorry, it is not false and it is not Satyam either. Mithya is apparent, in between, just as in the example of the chain and gold. The chain is Mithya while the gold is Satyam. In the example of the pot and clay, the pot is Mithya while clay is Satyam. Similarly, in the world, in creation, everything is Mithya. The Atma alone is Satyam. This is the Upadesha teaching.
We discussed this one earlier in our last day's Gita class. Right. Yeah, Hemji, you were not there. Sunaji has joined. Okay. I couldn't send you this link since it says you should invite. Sorry, you should accept my invite. If you could do that, I can send you through the Hangout itself. Okay. So basically, what it is saying is that uh, both the truth of water and the truth of the truth of wave and truth of ocean is being water. Similarly, both the basic essence of both Ishvara and Jiva is Brahman only. So that is why the Atma is said to be Brahman itself. Is there anything we need to discuss? Okay, then we can move on, I think. Uh, yeah, yeah. Please ask Prasannaji. You can please unmute yourself. Yeah. Mithya. Actually, there are three words in Sanskrit. One, we had seen it earlier, I think, in this text itself. But we have basically three words to show reality, the truth in this Vedantic literature, and those are one is Satyam. That means the truth or the reality, the absolute reality is Satyam. And tuchya means false. Anything that is false, we can say that is false. But the word mithya represents as though real. It means something that seems very real, something that is not an illusion, something that is not false, but yet the truth of the essence of it is something else. Like wave is, we cannot say that wave is something false. We see the wave, it is real, and we also see the ocean, that is real. But so both are not false, but uh, ultimately, what is a wave? It is just water. The ocean is just water. Similarly, if you take a gold chain, the chain is, yes, there is something called chain. We cannot say chain is false, but ultimately chain is nothing but gold. So the similarly, the essence of everything in this universe is nothing but Brahman. So Brahman is the real absolute truth. But we cannot say that entire world is an illusion or something false. No, it is very much we are experiencing it. So it is basically classified into a third category called mithya. which is as though real. It seems as though real, but it is not the absolute reality. That's what Mithya means. Is it clear? Yeah. I think then we can move on. Who is next? Nirmalaji, please continue.
Yeah.
After Nirmalaji, Prasunaji, and then Solveig can continue. I'll do last. Okay. Nirmalaji.
Shyamji, Prasuna here.
Yeah.
Yeah, today I cannot read through because my son is actually watching TV.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Then Solveig can continue.
Yeah,
After.
yeah. Thank you.
Hari Om. Atma, Anatma, Vichara, the analysis of I and not I. When I say Tvam, you receive the meaning of the word you as I, Aham. In the world, we have two words. One is I, the other is not I. Atma is Aham, I, and everything else is not I, Anatma. To start with, we have the Atma and the Anatma, I and the not I. What is the I? Where does the I stop? And where does the not I begin? The I extends only up to the physical body, the epidermis, the outer skin of the body. Everything other than that is not I. If a bullet passes between my two fingers, I'm not hit. I get hit only if it touches or even brushes my finger, and then I'm hurt. Therefore, it is very clear the I pervades this entire body. Beyond the extremities of my body is not I. This is the general conclusion. There is some truth in it. This conclusion is the basis for one's own limitation naturally. What I am not is infinitely large, while what I am is infinitely small. Here we ask a question. What is the argument you have to prove that you are different from the not I, the world? How do you say that there is a world? How do you know there is a world? I say there is no world. There is a world. I see you and you form the world. Oh, so I am the world. Yes, Swamiji. Whatever you see is the world. Then who are you? I am the seer. So seer is I? Yes. The seen is the world? Yes. Hearer is I? Yes. The heard is the world? Yes. The one who picks up a smell is I? Yes. And the smelt is the world? Yes. The one who experiences the touch is I? Yes. And what is touched is the world? Yes. The one who tastes is I? Yes. What is tasted is the world? Yes. I see. Does it mean what is the known is the world? Yes. The knower is I? Yes. That is good. Oh, that buffalo is what then? Is it I or not I? What a question. A buffalo is known. Buffalo is not I. Thank God. I am the knower of the buffalo. Perfect. The knower is I, and the knower is not the known. Therefore, buffalo is not I, because I see, I know the buffalo. It is known to me. If the known buffalo is not I, and the knower is I, then your physical body, is it known to you or unknown to you? It is only known to you. It is handled by you. You also know its problems. Therefore, you have a special connection with your body. It is understandable. Just as there are many houses, but one particular house you claim as my house. There are many bodies, but one particular body you declare is my body. If you are the physical body, then there are problems. If the body is fat, then you're fat. If the body is tall, you are tall. The complexes go all the way to the soul. The body itself does not have a complex to say, I am fat. It is the body that is fat. Why do you say, I am fat? You are the knower of your fat body, but you're also the knower of a fat elephant. It does not mean that you are an elephant. It is very clear that there is confusion between Atma and Anatma. I am the knower of the body. At different levels of the body, I commit mistakes by identifying with the body. The levels can be brought under 5 heads, 5 categories. They are called Koshaha, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. Kosha means a cover, and because you commit mistakes at these levels, it is a cover. At the Annamaya level, I commit a mistake. When I identify with my body and say that I am fat, I am tall, etc. At the Prana level, physiological level, I say that I am hungry, I am thirsty, even though I am the knower of thirst and hunger. At the Manomaya level, with reference to senses which are included in the Manomaya, I say that I am blind, I am deaf, I am restless, and so on. At the Vijnanamaya level, with reference to the intellect, I say that I am the doer, I am mortal, I am guilty of omission and commission. At the Vijnanamaya level, there is guilt involved. Why did I not do the right thing? Why I did the wrong thing? When I ask who did this, you say I did this. Was the action done by you? Yes. Was it known to you? Yes. Who did this action? My body did this action. If your body committed a mistake, how could you say I am guilty of omission and commission? Well, there is confusion here. Others' omissions and commissions hurt me because I am the recipient, the object of others' actions. My omissions and commissions hurt others as they become objects of my action. Thereby, I am either hurt or feel guilty as I've totally identified with my body and mind. The knower and the known are not differentiated. These are the mistakes committed at the 5 different levels. If the known cannot be the Atma, who or what is the Atma? It can only be the knower. Earlier, we had said that the whole Jagat, other than my body, is not I. Then what has happened after inquiry? The body also is included in the not I. Similarly, my prana, my senses, my thoughts are all included in the not I, since I am conscious of my thoughts. They are known to me. If I keep negating, what is left in the end is something that cannot be negated. This is what we say Atma Anatma, Viveka, the Viveka, discriminating inquiry of what is I and the not I. In Atma Anatma Viveka, there are only 2 elements, the subject and the object. There is no third element. The Swami sitting here is knowledge. The existence of the Swami does not become evident to you unless you employ a means of knowing. I cannot reveal my existence to you unless you oblige. Therefore, the existence of an object has to become evident to you through a sense organ, through a means of knowledge, either directly or indirectly. For example, when you say space is, you mean space is evident to you. Time is, and it is evident to you. Light is, and it is evident to you. The sun is, the moon is, a star is, and they become evident to you. Every piece of knowledge becomes evident to you, the Atma. And anything that becomes evident to you is Anatma, the not I. If it is so, your physical body and its every constituent are Anatma. Your physical body is evident to you because you know that there is a backache. The back belongs to the body. The whole body becomes evident to you. It is sitting here which is evident to you. It is Anatma. When you say, I am tall, I am black, I am white, I am fat, and so on, it is Anatma, not I. Similarly, hunger is evident to you, thirst is evident to you. That the eyes see, that they do not see, the fact becomes evident to you. Suddenly you find your hands are not long enough to read. You keep the book close and find you cannot read clearly. You keep stretching your hands until you find they cannot be stretched further. Only then do you go to an ophthalmologist. Similarly, the condition of your mind becomes evident to you. The memory you have is evident to you. The knowledge you have is evident to you. That you do not have knowledge of something is evident to you. If anything that becomes evident to you is not I, Anatma, what is left is only the person to whom everything becomes evident, the I, the self. Then what about the self? Does it require to be made evident? No. The self is self-evident. Atma is self-evident. Aham asmi. I know I am. I am self-evident, while everything becomes evident to me. What is evidence? Swami is evidence. What constitutes evidence? Evidence is nothing but knowledge. In other words, Swami is because I see Swami. Swami consciousness is, Swami knowledge is. This is called evidence. We can extend the logic and say the body is, body consciousness is, hunger is, hunger consciousness is, time is, time consciousness is, a thought is, thought consciousness is, knowledge is, knowledge consciousness is, ignorance is, ignorance consciousness is. What is constant in all these examples? Consciousness is the constant. Without consciousness, there can be no evidence. Consciousness does not need evidence. Therefore, we say that consciousness is self-evidence. When we say I am, what do we mean? I consciousness am. I am consciousness. Does this consciousness go away? It does not. Further, we say blue lily consciousness is. Red lily consciousness is. When we hear a sound, sound consciousness is. Smell consciousness is. Taste consciousness is. Sweet consciousness is. Bitter consciousness is. Sour consciousness is. Touch consciousness is. Cold touch consciousness is. Any emotion consciousness is. Dream consciousness is. Waking consciousness is. In sleep, does consciousness go away? Is there no consciousness in sleep? How do you know there is no consciousness in sleep? Because I know. What do you know? In sleep, I had no consciousness at all. How? Because in my sleep, I do not see anything. Oh, you do not see anything in sleep? I do not see anything in sleep. No, you saw a lot. No, I did not see anything in my sleep. Oh, you saw that? You were aware of that? Yes, I saw. I was aware. Consciousness is, sleep consciousness is. Can you get out of this consciousness at any time? No. You can go out of your mind, but consciousness will not go. Therefore, consciousness is. It has an invariable presence, while everything else is variable. So we understand these two words, anatma, which is pramana siddham, which becomes evident through a means of knowledge, and atma, which is swatah siddham, self-evident. Everything is consciousness plus object. Consciousness does not require evidence.
Yeah, this is a bit long topic. It would be easy for rest of us who have done the Tattva Bodha, but for Prasunaji, this would be quite a bit difficult, I think. Is there any question, or if you have any doubt or anything so far what we have read, please ask. I'll try to answer. Basically, what it is saying is that there are 5 levels of errors we can commit. One is in the uh, various identities we can, errors means various identities we can make. Of body, I form numerous opinions about myself, that I am dark or I am fair, or I am tall or short, or I am fat or too much thin. Similarly, we make a lot of conclusions about ourselves at the level of body. So this level is called Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha means that which is born out of food. It basically represents the physical body where we the physical body level where we make these self conclusions, wrong conclusions about self. And the second level is that of prana, that is our jnanendriyas, our indriyas, the senses. At the level of senses, I am blind, or I can see very well, or different conclusions we make about ourselves in the level of senses. And the prana is basically energy and all is there. So at that level we can make various errors. That is, errors means self conception, some idea about ourselves we are creating, wrong ideas. We are associating ourselves with different things in our either with Stula Sharira or Sukshma Sharira, the subtle body, or the Karna Sharira. Anyway, we are creating such 5 levels of error, and the third level of error is my mind. I am very anxious person. I have certain obsessions or various kinds of ideas we have about our own mind. I am very I can get easily angry easily. All these are conceptions about our at the level of mind. And then there is Vijnanamaya Kosha, which refers to our intellect. Yeah, emotional aspects are covered by Manomaya Kosha, and the that's related to our Viveka, or like we have a Viveka to discriminate between what is right and wrong. Mostly, what is dharma and adharma, most aspects like Samanya Dharma, that the general ethics we all have inside we all know automatically that someone doesn't that we don't want to be hurt, and similar way everyone feels that nobody wants to be hurt. So when we hurt a person knowingly or unknowingly, we have in our mind that we have in our mind that I shouldn't have done this, or I should have acted more decently, or more or in some other way I should have acted. So these conclusions we make about ourselves at the level of intellect are vijnanamaya kosha, or that create the intellectual this level of this intellectual or the vijnanamaya level of errors. And finally, anandamaya kosha, that is related to our karana sharira, or one second, level of that level also we have this joy, true self is that level also we make errors. So these are five. Let me read something from Tattva Bodha. I have Tattva Bodha with me. Yeah, it is. Yes, Swamiji says that I will read out to you from my book on Puji Swamiji. I think this will actually help our understanding. That's why I read. Here too, the meaning of suffix maya in Anandamaya is the same. Ananda Viko Ananda. The experience of Ananda is subject to change due to various degrees of inhibition. At the sight of something desirable, there is a degree of Ananda in owning it. There is more Ananda. We have three words, Priya, Moda, Pramoda, to express human Ananda in different degrees. And the one who experiences is called a Bhoktr. A Bhoktr is the most basic person, which is why Anandamaya is mentioned last. The basic ego with the will, but without much choice, is Bhoktr. When there is choice and you freely identify with will, you become Vijnanamaya Kosha. Goes about doing in order to become enjoyer. The basic person, the Kartra, is busy to become Bhoktr. Since the Sukha is there at that level, it is called Ananda. The Bhoktr and the Bhoktr is Anandamaya because of the experience of degrees of pleasure. Sukha, pleasure. When you say I am Sukhi now, this is Anandamaya. This Anandamaya is a kosha. To say now I am a Sukhi means I was not Sukhi before. I was Dukhi. I was in pain. That is also kosha, a mistake. Both conclusions are wrong. Even though there is some truth about yourself when you experience Sukha, yet it is experience whose truth is not recognized. Retain that happiness, and there is anxiety about retaining it. It is like the sugar crystal that wants to retain its sweetness, and all these are based upon self-ignorance. And like a kosha sheath, the Anandamaya covers the self. Levels where we commit mistakes and therefore they are koshas. So basically that's it. The Andamaya Kosha is about our innermost, not actually in the sense literally inside, but it is like the basic level where we can commit error. It is related to the basic enjoyer, the one who is enjoyer of these different kinds of pleasures. That the basically what we all ultimately want is that to retain the pleasure that we get in a from whatever things we do and earn some pleasure. Whatever we are doing are basically to earn this sukha. So at that level, as Swamiji said, we form anxieties or we fear we will lose it, or that we lose that sukha, or we also conclude that I am dukhi now when sukha is not there. We are not feeling it. We make an error. These are the basically 5 levels of error. Is there any doubt or anything you can ask? Yeah, it was from Pujya Swamiji's book on Tattva Bodha. So I took it because I think it will be helpful since Prasanna ji has not attended our Tattva Bodha session. So is there anything to share, or if you can? So the Tattva Bodha text, I can send you the link. Would you be able to buy it from? I can send you the link of. Yeah, I can say I'll send you the link by email. You, if you can please also accept that invite I have sent you over Hangout. Then I can mail you the link for next class on next Sunday. Okay, and I think we can close off here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shamabai.
Yeah.
Thank you.